Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today's two maps, we're going to lead with a map which is beautifully simplistic and's got playability stamped right the way through it. Pretty impressive when you consider that.
It's my first map.
That's right. So remember, of course, be kind in the comments on both maps today because the second map may not be to your taste, but it's a little bit creative, going into the realms of fantasy, fantastical books and fantastical films, a location you will definitely have heard of, but probably never dreamt of building on. So, two to look forward to. But first of all, one little task. That's right, hitting that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and means that you are better than 90% of the other viewers. Be one of the good ones. Today's first map is the Wolfwater Isles Vanilla No Assets by Wolfiling. Wolfiling. See, I thought it was Wolfling, but no, there is an I in there. It's an interesting name. I wonder where that came from. Start square looks pretty dang playable, doesn't it? Lots of buildable space there, and then an interesting set of island shapes and mountain heights as well. Interesting is the word. I've no idea where it came from. We have strong resources, a bit of field painting, we'll have a look at that when we get down there, and plenty of forests. And if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, your fishing map is a bit disinteresting, but it's fine. It's going to see, the thing is, you can't go wrong with fishing, can you? You can't go wrong. I show it because a few people want to see it. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's 100% vanilla. 100%. So, all we're going to need is the recommended theme, which is the realistic 1.2.1 tropical. I'm not using the Knots of Rocky Hills optional theme. And we've got the definitive vision LUT as well. That combo's a good combo. I feel any of the realistic themes along with definitive vision gives you a lovely, almost a grimy, dirty look, and that's a good look. Oh, I do like it when you look dirty. Anyways, the highways, we got one highway that runs almost all the way across the map, apart from a gap in the middle where it for some reason stops, but the rail continues. See, they have probably had enough money to dig the rail tunnel, but not the highway tunnels on either side. So that's something for you to do in your city build when you start building on it. We've got this big old ridge going across the middle here, separating the island into two sections. And then the rail, well, the rail continues across the one little bit of river there, which again we'll have a look at later on as we do the flyover. The rail continues on its way round, emerges over here by everybody's favourite factory. Yep, right there. Well, we've got a little siding around the side there. And yeah, it's pretty neat. Also, potential for catenary chaos. No catenary chaos. It's a good thing. I mean, pretty impressive from a new creator. That is something that would just normally be a thing. Oh, there's a boat coming. I've not checked the shipping route, so let's have a little look at this shipping route. I've had a look at the general course, but I've not checked them. This looks like it. Oh, hello. Hello. Yeah, some shipping clipping going on there, I feel. So there is always that. There is always that. Minor thing. So who's going to care about that? Who? Probably not you, is it really? Anyway, the highways continue off towards the edge of the map over that direction with a little bit of highland hopping. No, island hopping. No highlands. Anyway, the road continues. We've managed to keep trees off of the road, mostly. A couple of bushes on the road there. And a couple of bushes underneath the bridge there. But then, from this point onwards, it's almost like we forgot to check. There's a whole bunch. Now, again, if you're playing vanilla, none of these trees will be showing through. This is just because of a mod setting for Anarchy. Shows the trees which are hidden underneath the roads, and I always show them so that detailers can detail under railways, etc. when you've got an abandoned rail or anything else they so wish to do. But yeah, there's that. Also, if we come over here, we have the rail between the road over this side. We've seen this as we came in. But did you notice we've actually got trees under the rail? Not under the highways, just under the rail. That is weird. I don't know how. Well, I know how. But it's just a weird anomaly. I don't think we've ever seen that before in What's Map. It's a crazy thing. Crazy thing, I tell you. I like the overall design, the way that the map has been broken up. It's plenty buildable space. It's almost a bit clunky in the way it's done, but clunky in actually quite a pleasing way. This could have been clunky and quite awkward, but it's clunky and quite pleasing. Fantastical, obviously, because a river this wide would not emerge out of this island, but that's fine. It's fine. It's not meant to be a realistic map. It's meant to be a city builder's map, and that's exactly what we've got. Bit of field painting. Now, I might grumble on other people's maps, but this one kind of works on this map. Kind of works. I'm not saying it's the best thing I've ever seen, but I've got no grumbles with it whatsoever. So, field painting there. Good, strong little bit of resource here and there for your industries going on. We've got a few little patches of detailing on the map. This patch of detailing over here where, ooh, it's a castle. There's one for the BonBonBingo players. Link is in the description. Ooh, it's a castle is fine. The castle is fine. We've also got a grounded boat over here, and that's fine also. But the thing is, honestly, it's easily not noticed. It doesn't bring anything extra to the map for me, and I just wouldn't have bothered personally. It just doesn't grab me. I see the attempt. I appreciate the attempt, but I just don't get it personally. We have got water along. This is all edge of the start square, so you're going to get water from here. Also, water from this slightly unfeasible river, but again, I don't have an issue with it. I think it could have been a bit more interesting, but again, for a first map, that's actually a pretty solid little start square streamette, really. And I, again, can't really moan about it. Just doesn't really excite me that much. Also, water in the start square. Yes, we have water along the edges, and a bit of a patch over on the right there as well. So you can pump and draw to your heart's content. Now, I said about shipping. I had a glance. We don't seem to be doing anything silly with the shipping. The air routes are a bit windy, but they're okay. They're fine. And yeah, the shipping routes are just going between the islands. Nothing's cross-country. And tend to mostly avoid the bridge routes, actually. I think we found the one occasion where we didn't. Okay, now this is a bit of a lumpy... This isn't finessed as a beaches go. If we were ignoring the shape of the terrain, this is a perfectly lovely beach. The other side actually is probably... Yeah, the other side's a bit chunkier. Again, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It doesn't excite me though. And certainly looking at this, I don't know if I'd want to be building on this area. Again, it's easily painted out using extra landscaping tools and such. But, I mean, that's a 40 metre high beach. And it doesn't have any real consistent shape to it. But, hey, it's okay. It's fine. Ah, the Essential Lighthouse. Look at this. Ah, isn't she lovely? Along with a little jetty to pull up on. Also, oh, crikey. We're nearly blocked from getting on here by that fallen tree. Could somebody move the tree, please? No, please don't. Please don't. It gave me something to talk about. Oh, and this regulars of the show will know this is a bit of a negative for me personally. I don't mind the pier, but when you put two right next to each other, it's often very apparent it's just the same asset painted over and over again. It doesn't really work for me. Occasionally we'll see one that's been done in a way that I buy into, but I don't feel that this is one of those occasions. One on its own would have been fine. This is a little focal interest point. It's not really taking the map to the next level, is it? But am I wrong? Am I wrong? Your chance to vote on the map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now, or in the top corner, or in the link in the description. Take to the voting page where you can vote for free, and make sure that you are clicking on the correct link, because there are 2 maps to vote on. Correct. What do I think of this first map? Well, okay. First of all, actually I like the design. The design is strong. It's not beautifully polished in any way, but the design is strong. I think with a little bit more time on this one, this is easily into 4 stars. For me, it's a pretty strong 3-star map for aesthetics. Detailing, it's okay. There's nothing really bad about it. Nothing, a few trees under the roads and whatever like that. But again, it's vanilla, so not supposed to notice them anyway. but there's nothing really bringing it up to the next level either. So I'm going to go 3 stars, slightly above middle 3 for the effort. Gameplay, yep, it's pretty good. I feel this is one of those that vanilla players will really like, and therefore I'm going into 4 stars. I'm going towards the lower end of 4 stars because it's not totally inspiring, but the Wolfwater Isles, no vanilla, no assets by Wolfiling, is a strong map, and it's worthy. Nice first map, my friend. Right, I'm going to take a brief intermission. I'll come right back after this with today's second map. And so on to today's second map. This one is in the fantasy map genre by a creator we've done once in the past, episode 1226. They got the pass mark 9 stars. They're never going to get super high marks with the sort of maps that they make. They're more experimental, creative, fun, off the wall, quirky, and I approve of it. But it's never going to be a super high scoring sort of genre. But it's just good to see. It's good to have variety on the workshop. Today's second map is Mordor. Okay, Lord of the Rings, I am a true aficionado. Yes, I've seen the movies once. And the map is by, of course, Magic. Start square, a few of you are going to complain, there's no highways, no rail or water in the start square. I'm telling you to hang on to your boots for the moment, okay? You're going to need to walk to Mordor with them. Terrain heights, lots of buildable space in and around the mountains there. And then, of course, resources are a little bit light. Just a wee bit light. We do have a bit of a forest going on there, though. If you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it is a fishing map. We've got a lake with all of the varieties of fish in there. So you could always do that. Go to Mordor for fishing. Anyway, have you got a fishing pass? There's somebody with a big eye watching over you. Make sure you got a license. Anyway, we have a one-click collection, nicely written description, and a list of required assets on the right there, including the Hot Desert LUT. Now we'll be using the Mordor map theme, which is kindly put together by Magic themselves. And if you look down the one-click collection here, I mean, there's a whole bunch of things in here which I don't see on the map. Maybe they are for the actual build themselves for us guys. That's nice to include these things here, make it easier for us to have a fun build. But there's also the Western Desert map, Western Desert LUT, get the words out, over there as well. So I'm not sure which LUT I'm supposed to use. We've got 2 different, one in the one click and one in the required. Oh, I've switched the cube map for this second review because it's Mordor. I figured we're supposed to have a darker, broody sort of map. It's not listed as something to do, but look, I'm being a bit creative. Anyway, if we were to follow the eye there, the eye looking over the mountains, right? If we follow the dirt path here, I figure that this is a route to the back door. Again, it's been so long since I've seen the movies. I can't remember. What's the back door? The one with the spider, the giant spider. I know it has a name. There's going to be people going, "You mean Thaliciador," or whatever. Yeah, there's obviously the big gate. The big gate. I remember the big gate. We're not going to go in via the big gate. But yeah, you're going to be saying, you're talking about Thaliciador, the spider. And the giant spider thing. I think that was possibly what's up this route, because you had to climb up the side of the mountain and go in through a cave system, didn't you? I think that this is what this is. Maybe it's that, or maybe it's the one with all the... Oh, what's this sort of hair? What the heck is that? I do not know. Anyway, well, there's some sort of hair there. Listen, this is a Mordor map. This is about the only map I think you're going to get away with stray hair. How is that even possible? Anyway, somewhere around here will be an exit. Now, say it's either that with the giant spider or the place where all the ghost army was risen from. I don't remember which. Where's this exit from this cave? Yeah, it's quite for want of a better word, it's a messy map, but messy in it's supposed to be messy kind of way, rather than it's a messy map, you know, just like, what are we looking at? We've seen maps like that. This doesn't fall into that what the hell is going on category. This is a messy by design kind of map. Anyway, the dirt path follows back down the other side of the gate. So this is the way of bypassing the gate. And we head down here. We've got the dirt track that leads back to the big old gate, which I remember from the movie. And, let's have a closer look at it. Let's have a little look-see at it. Yep, it's a decent bit of detailing. Good use of the assets that are available. And a little dead tree on the other side as well. Just little detailing patch. I'm all for these sort of things. But yes, the map almost feels a little bit half done. Almost. Again, though, I know that this part of Mordor is very desertish, isn't it? There's not much going on. It's just like, and again, I'm not so sure about these. I mean, yeah, creativity magic. I love it. But yes, the eyes have it. There is a big old eye looking down on us. They'll keep it out of you. Don't look at the eye, and it will not see you. I think that's how it works, isn't it? Anyway, we've got this dirt track that's going to lead us up into the start square area. We're going. This is where all my traffic is going to be coming down to my city build up here and through this castle gate. Well, there might be. Oh, hang on. We've got a little bit of concreted area here. Now you can always use one of the mods. I think it's Touch It, or there's a new variation of Touch It. I don't remember what the mod is exactly called, but if you search for Touch It, the new variant will be there, and then you'll be able to downgrade that bit of road through the castle area there. Oh, pops out. See. Does a little disappearing trick, clipping out, clipping in. These things happen. I'm not judging on that one. Now, around the back of the Eye of Mordor, the Sauron, there it is another dirt track, and that's going to head back down out to the other side of it. Then you go, so this is going to have a lot of traffic running on it, yeah? Well, no. There are hidden tricks, hidden. There'd just be tricks if they weren't hidden, but they're hidden tricks. And we'll check those out as we get to the jumping around part of this review. The dead old tree there, and it's just a windy old dirt path that's going to lead you back to probably where the eagles live, and I want to say the eagles. The Hotel California people. Yeah, we should hitch a ride with the eagles. Now, actually, the quickest way into Mordor was not via the eagle. I know the story that the eagles. You couldn't use the eagles. I know the story about that. I mean, they just you had to go quietly, secretly in. Yeah, I understand this, and then you can escape while everybody's being distracted by the complete destruction of what's going on the eagles afterwards. I get all, but there are other ways. Oh, look. It's the back door. Have a look at the back door. I like that as well. Some of the detailing on the little feature area detailing is quite neat on this map as we head out towards the edge of the map there. Let's pull the camera back for an overview of the entirety of the map. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rugged, unbuildable areas, and then there's the clearings and the feature areas. There's lots of things to talk about. Now we have got the big base plate of the tower here. Now this one, the only way around working it is just make the whole entire area around that completely flattened as well. It can be worked into the environment a little bit better than Magic has done for us there. Not there. Over here is where we want to be. Now have a look at the water texture going on here. This is absolutely putrid, and by design. I'm going to give some credit for the putridness of the texture. It's just simulation running. It just seems very static. I'm not sure the simulation is running. Perhaps when we hit... I tried hitting the space bar and get it rolling and on and off. I'm just not seeing it. But anyway, got some drowned trees. They don't have their trunks on. They're completely deadified and putrefied. But let's... here we go. Have a little look at... Oh, look, it's definitely running. Simulation's beautifully... That is absolutely horrific. And I mean that in a positive sense. That's what we're looking for. It's vile. It's absolutely vile. Beautiful work. Anyway, that's all spewing. spewing from the old Mount, what's it called? I do know the name of this. This is Mount thing, isn't it? It's gone. Anyway, and then we have, yeah. We have this glorious thing on the top. It's glorious. It's horrible. The whole thing is absolutely... Where it's meant to be horrible, we've got a really good job. A very good job. So it's not all as bad as you're thinking. I know you were thinking before we got started, this is not going to work. This is just awful. It's not awful. It's not awful. It's horrible. It's a big difference. All right. This is Mordor. It's supposed to be horrible. We got a big old lake. Everybody loves a big old lake. And yeah, that's got a view there. I think that might make for my screenshot. What do we think? Somewhere around there. End of show. Might head over there. If I can't find anywhere better, probably head over there for the end of the show. Now, I did say we've got some hidden tricks, and here are your hidden tricks. We have highways that run in from the edge of the map, and doing it BonBon Island style, running from the edge of the map, although mine were in the centre of the map already. And then we actually go under Sauron. He didn't see that, did he? Now, when they were digging out these tunnels, they obviously came across many, many orcs. What can you do? What can you do? We've even got a rail line under there as well. So anyway, yeah, plenty of traffic that can be coming in and out of your city while not actually going through the Dose Dirt tracks, which is going to be a concern. I'm sure it was a concern for many of you as we started the flyovers. And I think we've covered just about everything that you need to know. Now, there's no water in the start square, so you're going to have to play modded. Modded is definitely got... It's a must, all right? It's a must. And see if I can find a good location for... Is there anything better than that lake shot? I'd like to get both of these in if I can. It's not very aesthetic, though, is it? Do you know what? I think I'm going to head over to the lake. Now, while I head over to the lake, I'm going to ask you, what do you think of today's second map? Is it a one-star map? Is it... I'm not... Look, it's not going to fit. I'm not liking. We are going to go to the lake. Right. Is it a one-star map? Is it a five-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Remember to vote on the correct map. There are 2 maps to vote on. This is the second one. This is Mordor. Okay? Mordor. Right. Okay, what do I think of this second map? Well, aesthetically, it kind of feels like a 2-star map, but there are parts of it that really work. And I think it deserves to go into 3 stars. And the theme is pretty strong. I'm going to push it into 3 stars. I'm going to go middly low, though. Detailing. There are some very nice little detail areas here, and there's not really anything wrong with it. I've got to go 3 stars. I'm going to go down the middle with 3. There's nothing that really shouts out, this deserves to push towards 4. But there are some very strong little featurettes, which is nice. And then the gameplay potential. Look. It's playable, but you will need mods, and it's kind of broken because there's no water in the start square, but is it? And all of those things put in together, including does it entice me to want to play it, I'm going to say it doesn't. I'm going to go 3 stars. I'm going to go at the bottom end, right at the bottom end. Technically, it's sort of broken, but also it's a modder's map anyway. Isn't it? This is what this is. Anyway, Mordor by Magic. That one is it's setting its own lore. That's what that is. It's setting its own lore. Anyway, right. We've got to the end of the show. Not quite sure how. Service will resume as normal on Monday with the top maps of the moment, and hopefully there'll be something a little bit shiny for us to play with. I do hope so. And if you're still here, use the word of the day to prove you're part of the 20 and out elite, and I'll be back on Sunday with the chart show. Have a great one.